Football League.
From amidst the city's 7+ hills, welcome to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, a good one here in the AFC. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. LaQuint Allen to return this. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're brought out by the fifth-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
When you have a franchise quarterback, and Trevor is that guy in Jacksonville, you typically don't slump to bottom 5 in the draft, but that's where the Jags have found themselves. And that's why there's a new system, a new coach, and really a new lease on life for Trevor, and it becomes a very big year in his career.
And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and the Jaguars have a first down.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
Here's Etienne on first down. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Dax Hill up for the stop.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and got a nice little gain on the ground.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
That's good for the Jaguars. First down. First and goal, Jacksonville.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
That result right there probably takes the run out of the picture on 3rd and goal. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe this offense is looking at this at 4-down territory. This is where the fascinating mind games go.
All right, got to get 4 here, Brock, or they're going to have a tough decision to make on this opening drive. Lawrence on 3rd and goal. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
They're going to try with Etienne. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Once it became goal-to-goal, Brock, that field goal team just didn't feel like they were ever going to see the field. This team was committed to making a statement on the opening series, even if it meant leaving the offense out there on 4th and goal.
Yeah, I think that's really well said, Kate, for a couple reasons. Number one, you do get a chance to finish, right? So you do all this work to get there, you want to finish it. But you also know if you don't get it, you set your opponent up with some really bad field position. I love that decision.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. And at the helm, a first-round pick in 2008, writing the closing chapters of a fantastic career, quarterback Joe Flacco.
The former Super Bowl champion, I think, surprised all of us, Kate, going from the couch to comeback player of the year. And while everybody thought the career was over, he still shows that he's got some RPMs and some velo in that right arm of his.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action passing similar down in distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
They've got first down here from the 36. We go play action with Flacco. Short pass caught by his tight end. He won't find much there as it reaches the 41. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
The 41-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Off the option. Here's Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Flacco off the play action. Complete out to the right side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jaguars' 44-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Flacco. Catch made by Chase Brown. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals finish up their opening drive. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This is Allen to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. First down throw, Lawrence. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They start out 2nd and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
ETN on 3rd down. And he only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down. Jacksonville in punt formation. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. The Bengals, then running back Chase Brown, getting set to begin another drive here. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Flacco's going to throw here on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. So it'll be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field. Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. A pickup of 17. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
And the Bengals, 1st down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
The 1st down carry for Brown. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Pass play coming here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. He's got Jones for the completion. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down that 17-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
There's know how to utilize their personnel. You could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
From the gun, it gets to Brown. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Flacco. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, we just give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Shotgun now on third down. Throws caught. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding, offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Pass play on first and goal. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So the incompletion on first. Here is second and goal. Trying to throw this from the gun. Hits him on the out route.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
This needs to find the end zone, Brock. It's third and goal. Here he goes, third and long. Excellent protection. The Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Bayshul Tootin now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is second and inches. Lawrence working from the gun. That one's complete over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their third. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. He's got Thomas on a slant. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Second and 3 now. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
Back to the air, Lawrence. Throwing the out route complete. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be fourth down.
3-yard loss on the play. It's fourth down.
So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Samaje Perine on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out come the Bengals. It's their ball first, leaving the locker room. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
They go play action on first down. Hits his running back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Chipping, are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. They'll try it right with Brown. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll work against the blitz. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. It's caught. Chase has it. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Jaguars 7.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This is Allen to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Lawrence trying again on 2nd. Complete. It's Myers. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Complete left side to Thomas. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Yards on the play. That's good for our Jaguars. 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer. Extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Incomplete pass on 1st down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. Gets him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. And send a receiver left. We give here to the motion man. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Bengals 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Now toss it to Etienne. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
You want a little rhyme time, Kate? You want some of my lyrics? Here you go. That was a toss that ended in a loss. And what it will cost is going to be this possession as they now face. Wipe that smile off your...
The Jaguars in a punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. The Bengals and Joe Flacco coming out for their next drive. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both on this series. As he gets this up to the 25.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After after a good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. Give on 2nd. It's Brown. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker. All right, we reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He'll try to do it himself. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second. Tight end motioning right. From the gun, Flacco. Looking slant route, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Secures this at the 17. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And this is across midfield.